Hello Facebook and YouTube. Today on How Hugh, I'm going to do a quick walk around on where I am on the Harbor Freight teardrop camper on a Harbor Freight trailer. Got some paint on it, got a box on it. I have some touch-up paint to do before I decide on what kind of graphics I want to have painted on there or paint on myself, you know, stripes or little mountain range or who knows what. And then I'm going to start today working on wiring it up for its trailer lights. So let me show you what I got. Okay, so I got the box on there and I just built a frame. I cut down a spare 4x4 pressure treated board I had. So I cut that down into 1 3/4 inch pieces by 2 or 3, whatever it is, and made a frame, put a piece of plywood on it, bolted it to the metal frame, and then had to get, in order to keep it from, see if I can show that, from bouncing around, had a strap I anchored in and put some screws in it to tighten it up. So that's it's strapped there, and then back here it's actually bolted to the frame. Well, you can really see how ugly my fiberglass is. So needs some paint touch up right there, especially. Boy, that's ugly. But anyways, got orange on it just about everywhere. Got the fender on there, both fenders. Gonna make some kind of a little bumper. Let me show you the steel I'm going to make that out of. Okay, so I got an old piece of flat steel that I'm going to cut and shape into some kind of a bumper. I think that's the piece I'm going to use. I got that big old long tube that I rescued out of a trash can. I don't know why they're throwing it away. It's a good tube. Well, the tube is beat up, but the ends are great. I'm actually probably going to cut it down and put it across the top somewhere. Put a mat in there that I'm going to make, so we'll do that later. But for now, let's start getting the wiring going. And I'm going to start by putting a fish tape through that extra long hitch neck thing that I got. So let's do that. Now, fish tapes are kind of a pain in the butt to use, especially if it's been sitting around for a long time. So gloves, safety glasses, big pair of pliers, and I'm going to use that to try to see if I can pull some of that out of there. And it just doesn't really want to go nicely. This one might be, they get jammed up. This one might be jammed up. I had to do it, it's just not going easy. I don't know if you can see that, but it's going. Okay, so that should be about long enough. So I want to make sure I got a nice hook on the end that I can tie to easily. So I cut off the old little hook. I'm going to put on a little bit bigger hook. Okay, go down and see what it looks like on the other end. As you can see, the fish tape came out of the end of the bar. And there's the end of the fish tape. So I'm going to tie the wire onto it and pull it back on through. Yeah, I just got lights off of off of Amazon. There's the harness. So that's what I'm gonna pull that that connector on through, and then we'll look at the rest of the parts after a while. Get ahead. Okay, we're just gonna tape this in that hook. And don't go crazy on the tape, because you're gonna have to make it come undone at the end. So fold yourself over a little tab so it unravels easy. Now they give you way too much wire for an 8-foot trailer. So what you want to do is you want to carefully feed this through. There we go. Okay, now we're going to want to pull out enough to get to the plug on the truck. You need to ground this somewhere. There's usually hardly ever enough. I almost have to always seem to splice it. So one thing I got is some protective wire loom plastic tubing that I'm going to put over the part that's going to be exposed to the sun. I pressed all the wires into the little wire loom plastic. This extra amount's going to go up into the hitch, and I'm going to put a little crimp-on ring thing on there and self-tap and screw up into here for the ground. So let me go get some tools and let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna put a crimp-on connector on that one. Hopefully it shows up. Get that twisted the direction I like. There's some thin wire, so it's gonna be a small connector. Trim that. Ow, my elbows. You know, getting old sucks. So let's put this on here. That'll go something like that. Get my trusty crimpers. That's gonna go on that one. That should crimp on like that. Kind of ugly, but it works. Gonna put a self-tapper through there up into here. So got my new drill I just got. What did I do with that drill bit? Oh, come on, seriously? Crap. I either dropped it or I forgot to bring it. Hold on a second. Need to go get a drill bit. Because even though it's a self-tapper, oh, there it is. It has a Phillips type head, and sometimes those are hard to get going in a good direction when if you're in a funky direction like drilling up. So I broke the chuck sort of on my other drill, so I picked up this one because I already had the batteries. It's the Ryobi hammer drill, and driver and drill was really well reviewed. Got it for like $100 because it's the tool only. And you know, I know people don't like the color, but I've been really impressed with my Ryobi tools I've been buying. So let's see if we can get this to drill a hole up in here. Before I go crazy, let's make sure this thing's off to the side. I not have it on drill? Oh, I don't. I have it on screwdriver. Ah, no wonder. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that gives us, let's see if I can see it. Where are we at up here? Right about there. There's my finger. Okay, that gives us a ground. That gives us the connector. And let's look under the trailer and see what we got over there. And it gives us a whole bunch of wire. So we'll figure out which side goes to which side. Okay, this is the wiring kit I got off of Amazon, about 30 bucks. It's the equivalent to the Harbor Freight one, about $10 cheaper though. And, you know, it is what it is. It's got little plastic covers I got to take off. Thought I got all those. But anyway, so they're LEDs, and one of them has a license plate light on it. So I want to read the instructions and see which wires go to which side. Probably finish that up tomorrow. That's the wire for the coming out from underneath the trailer. That's going to go to this point on both sides for the lights. So I'll have to make some kind of a bracket for that. Has little running light kind of things that I think I'll just put up here. I think that's where those go. I'll have to see if they have a recommendation on that, and those splice in somehow. So anyways, so more to come on the lights. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna get something to eat, so I'll work on those later. Okay, but for now, that's Trailer Lights Part 1 out.